Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty, so I want to welcome all of you to our Girl Gang call tonight. November, is it 8th, I think. And we have got a very special night or call lined up for you. But before we begin, I wanted to really quickly welcome our new artist, Bethany Julian. Welcome. And we are going to roll right into Raelynn's training, and then we're going to do a few more, some rank advancements, recognition, a little bit of housekeeping at the end. So without any further ado, my name is Raelynn Moore. I am from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I am super excited to be here. I am your host this evening. And if you have any questions as we go, you guys, you can pop them in the chat box, and then I can, we can either get back to you after the call, or if we have some time, we'll see. But typically we like to just do the training because we know that all of you have busy lives and we don't want to keep you on too long. So we tend to like to follow up after that. So anyways, Raelynn, I'm going to turn it over to you. She is what formerly was influencer, now I think artist 7, the first one, and I believe the only one in Canada, which is so amazing. So, and she is our upline, and we are so delighted to have her on the call. So Raelynn, share your wisdom.
Okay, well, ladies, I am so excited to be here tonight. First off, because I feel so honored to have even been asked to come speak with you all. You ladies are on a rock star team between Des and Tracy and Rachel and all of the other incredible leaders on your team. You have some of the best support and wisdom and experience that by far other teams are not getting. So I just wanted to talk about that first, about what an incredible privilege it is to be on this team that you are on, because oh my gosh, the amount of experience that is behind these women on your team is phenomenal. So if you don't know it already, lean in, do the things they're telling you to do, because the things they're telling you to do are things they've done before and the reason that they've been so successful. So I wanted to come on here tonight and talk about a little bit about the rebrand and a little bit about going forward, because November and December are typically some of our biggest, well, they are historically our biggest sales seasons of the entire year. But I know that on top of that, with this whole rebrand, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking, because you're like, oh my gosh, it's all of the things. So I just want to say, first and foremost, I think this rebrand is incredible. I am so excited, and I was literally jittering on Friday when they were about to announce it. I was like literally pacing my whole house until it was announced, because I could not wait. I feel like we have just grown up, and I think that's very cool in this brand new company that has we're going from, this little baby company to actually growing up. And in that, we get to be a part of that growing up and expanding out. And I think it's so phenomenal. So to touch on a few points, one thing I know a lot of ladies have been asking about is, okay, with the Saint rebranding, what about like all of the imaging and everything that they have? What about diversity? What about like more mature skin? What about all of this, the broad spectrum, right? And I wanted to speak on that because, first of all, this whole rebrand, yes, we changed our name as of Friday, but this is going to be a slow process. So you can expect that things will be fully rebranded by January 15th, which is our artist's birthday. And so just keep that in mind, that it wasn't like as of Friday, everything's completely changed. It will be a slow process. And as they learn and as we grow, and we get to come alongside that. So things like all of our branding when it comes to mature faces and diverse faces and all of that kind of thing. I know that they're in photo shoots right now with women of all ages and sizes and color, but they'd only done that one initial photo shoot for Saint before it was launched. So please don't just think, oh goodness, this is what it is. And I mean, it's beautiful, but I get it. You want to see a whole diverse woman, right? And so I wanted to speak on that, because don't hold on to those little things like, oh, well, this is what they're going to do now, because they are working on so much more. but it's going to take a while to roll out. So just stick with it, go with what we've got, and they've got some beautiful imaging that we can use coming forward. The other thing is, I know it's super overwhelming because you're like, okay, gosh, there was this branding training on or on the, what's it called now? Saint Artist page. What was it? The Mascara Artist group on Facebook. Steve and I am like, what are we called now? There was a whole branding training on there. And I think that brought up a lot of fears because you felt like, oh gosh, I don't know what I can and can't do now. How do I make these graphics? Can I make graphics? Am I not good enough anymore? Or, it's all of these thoughts. So I just wanted to speak into that as well, to say that really our branding or the way that we make graphics is very similar to how we did it before. They did this whole training for ladies that really wanted to level up their own personal branding and knowing how to make a good looking graphic. But in no way was Mascara saying, oh, you need to do it this way. It only can be this way. They are very specific about using their logo. But other than the logo, do your thing. If you want to take a photo of yourself, do it. If you want to make your own graphics, for sure do it. But when it comes to the logo, that's where things are really, they are kind of honing in on that, which honestly, before with Mascara, I was surprised that they didn't because that is their brand. And so it should be streamlined across the board. So knowing things like that, but also to know that as we go forward and we go into these busy months, is to lean on what we are giving you and the tools that we are already giving you. So I know I already have a Visly template set up for classes. So if you haven't seen that, I think I put it in a chat box, but I can even send it off to you if you haven't seen it in your group. So you can use that, or just take some of the things that I've used in a template and put it into your own, the new graphics or the new wording or whatever you like. So that you can use. We have a ton of different graphics. There's tons of graphics. If you go out to the Saint Artist image group, ladies are just pumping out graphics like crazy. And there is some really beautiful ones in there. Like the other day I was looking at them and I was like, wow, that's impressive. So go there and use that. Don't feel like you need to utilize all your time starting from square one because other women and other ladies out there have already done it for you. So just use that and go forward. Another thing I wanted to touch on is our stock issues. So we are going to continue to get better, but I want to set the expectation that as of Friday, it wasn't like, okay, everything is all okay. We're all better. It is going to be a slow process, just like the rest of the rebranding, but it will continue to get better. So just like we got all of this amazing product, wasn't that amazing on Friday? We had a full stock run except for like one color. But you can see that a few of our highlights have gone out now, but they are doing their best to restock us as soon as possible. And January 15th is the date that they are giving us where we can expect things to be a little bit back to normal, where we'll only have one or two things out of stock, and then those will be replenished within a few days. And that's how it was early in the year, last year before COVID hit and everything exploded. So I wanted to come on and tell you that, so that when you're seeing some of these colors go out of stock, you're not getting really nervous and like, oh, well, this is just like the summer, because it's not going to be. It's going to get so much better. And I know that most of the colors that went out of stock, I actually haven't checked because I've been busy with my kids this evening, but my contact at HQ said she was working on an out of stock ETA for us for the rest of the colors. So those, if they don't come tonight, I would expect them to come tomorrow because she was working on those. So just to know that if we're out of colors, don't worry. It's not going to be as long as it was in the summer, and it's going to keep getting better. So in and of that, keep booking your classes. This is such a good time to reach out to all of your past hosts. If you had them in the summer, now is a really good time to reach out to every single one of your customers and ask if they need a new color match. Because this, I know for me, I have changed colors a few times since August because I have no tan anymore, and it's so sad. But if I am like that, every single one of your customers is like that. So if they have not come and updated their colors, guaranteed they're wearing the wrong color right now, most likely. And so it's good, even if they don't want to update it, just to have that touch point with them and say, hey, look, do you need an update in color? And if you do, why don't you think about hosting a class? You'll get those colors for free for you and also help your friends do a little bit of holiday shopping. With holiday shopping, I also wanted to touch on this. I'm going really fast because I have another meeting right after this. I'm trying to get everything in. All of our holiday shopping, you guys, this is something that you can really use on your pages. Tracy will probably talk about this a little bit more. I talked to her quickly this afternoon, but we did a really great thing last year where we did like a husband's wish list or a significant other's wish list where, you know, what lady wouldn't want a ton of makeup for, I would, not throwing my husband under the bus, but there's been a few Christmases where it was not good. So if I could get some makeup, that would be incredible. And so to put out that husband's wish list, write down everything that they want on that list, get all of your personal artist contact information that they can give their husbands to contact you would be amazing. And how great for the husband. They're literally like, here's Lori's wish list. I want everything. And then, you know, you've made a really great sale. The other thing is a lot of times ladies on your group that are following you or your past customers would love to give this, but they have this preconceived notion that you have to be color matched in order to receive, I keep wanting to say mascara, keep receiving Saint. That's absolutely not true. We have so many things that can be gifted that you do not need a color match for. So eyeshadows, lip and cheek colors, even illuminators are beautiful to blend into your existing makeup routine. And so for those types of things, to put those out on your groups and let your customers know, like, have you thought of these holiday ideas? And we will be putting together, I know we did last year, some holiday gift guides. And these are all things that you don't need to be color matched for and you can utilize to really help increase those sales. So if anything, ladies, I just wanted to get on here and tell you how excited I am about this November and December and then leading into January where we have our artist birthday. It's always the most fun and it's the
Raelynn, did you by any chance mute yourself?
No. Am I muted? I'm not muted for the rest of you, but I am for Tracy. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So if January 15th, actually the artist's birthday is January 17th. So for you, those of you who don't know, on January 17th, 4 years ago, is when Kara flipped her blog and her mascara brand into a direct sales company. And that's when she started the artist program. So January 17th is the birthday of the artist program being launched. And it's always a huge day. They have they have a big party over on their Instagram party page. That's the one day of the year that they have a kit promotion. And last year they added the artist palettes to all of the kits, and they had some other really fun stuff too. I think the first year, I can't remember the first year, I think they gave the whole Tres Leches system away with the kit as well as just a part of it. And then a few other fun things. So we never know what they're going to do, but it's always so incredible and an amazing time to build your business. And that's not that we're going to necessarily be talking about the artist program until, or about the birthday until more mid-December when we have more of an idea of what they're doing. But that's good to keep in your mind for these holiday classes, to put little plugs in about this business and how much you love it. Because even if they're not going to sign up with you right now or join your team right now, it's putting all those seeds into your groups and into your classes so that come January 15th, they're like, I'm in. I've been waiting for this. And all I needed was just that extra little incentive. I'm just trying to figure out if I missed anything else. Let me just I wrote down things. Oh, the one last thing, because I got to jump off in a few minutes, that I wanted to chat about is Demi. Are a lot of you nervous about Demi? Okay, there's a few of you that are nervous. This is a lot, you guys. The rebrand and a brand new product that none of us have ever seen before, like not even the makeup industry has seen before, is a huge undertaking. And so I'm going to tell you right now, not a big deal. This is not something that you should have FOMO about and you're like on your computer on November 17th trying to get a kit. That's not what this is. And if anything, I would recommend just waiting. This is not something you have to integrate into your business if you don't want to. And it is going to be a totally different client than your 3D customer. It just is. I know for myself, I was overwhelmed with my 4 colors in my tiny little compact when I first started. Can you imagine starting with Demi? It's going to be for a completely different clientele. And so what I would say, if you're in for it and you're like, I want to try this, this really excites me, I want to integrate this into my business, go for it. But for absolutely no reason should you feel any pressure that you have to do it or that it's going to get you any further ahead right now, because it's going to be a huge process. And especially because we need to be trained and certified. I personally don't believe that the holiday season is that time. I would say focus on all the things we've got, focus on the rebrand, focus on all of those incredible classes that I know you guys are going to book. Black Friday we've got coming up and it's always amazing. Last year they put these like beautiful bundles together. They released some exclusive products that were only for Black Friday. It was just such a good day. Focus on those types of things and leading into the holidays, into Christmas and all of those. And then if Demi is something that you are watching, maybe your leaders start dabble in or other ladies, and you're like, okay, I feel confident in my 3D application. I would like to try this, then go for it. But I just wanted to squash that feeling like you have to do it all, because you absolutely don't. And I don't recommend it either. And the other thing I want to say is when you really want to be super confident in one thing before you move on to the next. And I always tell my team this too. You want to be super confident in like social media in one area before you move on to the next. So once you've like honed Facebook and you're like, I've got this, I'm excelling, I'm going to branch over to Instagram now. Then you focus on Instagram. Once you like dive in and you become a student of Instagram, you're like, okay, I'm going to dive into Pinterest now. But if you dive into all of those all at once, girl, it's just not going to work for you. It's going to be overwhelming and you're not going to excel in any one of those spots. And the same goes for 3D and Demi. You really want to hone your skill with 3D foundation before you go into Demi. So that's another reason why I would hold off unless you're feeling super excited about it and you really just want to jump in. I don't want to take that out of your hands if you really want it. I see some of you are excited. So I just want to squash the like nerves of the rest of you. Okay. I think that is all of the little touch points I wanted to talk about before I jump onto my next call. But if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to put it in our team chats or let Des or Tracy or Rachel know about them. And I'm super happy to answer those for you. But I just want you to know, go into these next weeks just with a ton of excitement. There's always chatter about every single company and all of the reasons why things are happening. And I say, stay in your own lane. Focus on your own business, because it's so easy to look like this and then you're not actually doing anything with your own business. And so that's what I recommend, and I just encourage you all to do. Stay in your own lane, put your eyes forward, book those classes, get ready for an incredible holiday. And I'm so excited to be on this makeup journey with all of you.
Well, thank you so much, Raelynn. That was awesome. I think that you put a lot of people's fears to rest. And like you said, you know what, if you're excited, go for it. And there's lots of exciting things coming. And it certainly is nice to have so much stock back. So like she said, if you have any more questions, definitely just direct them to your leader. And I wanted to very quickly quickly, before we wrap up, give you guys a little bit of a challenge. So as Raelynn said, if you haven't had a chance, it is posted in the Girl Gang, the Visly template that she has updated. So we want to give you a personal challenge to go look at the Visly template that you're using for your shows and start adjusting it and adding and changing and just putting in some of the new Saint information, or like logos, graphics, maybe doing some, checking if where you have mascara and changing that over and all that kind of good stuff. So put that in your calendar to take some time to do that week or this week. And then also we wanted to congratulate a few more new ranks. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. We have 3 that have hit the level of Artist 2 this past week. It was Tammy Lynn, way to go. Bethany Julian, which was also a new artist this week. She just jumped in and took a right off. And Marianne Sabokin. And then our top rank this week for Artist 3 was the amazing Candace Hamilton. So congratulations. We are super proud of you guys. I know there's going to be a lot more coming this month as this being the biggest typically selling season of the month for our industry. So buckle up. It's going to be a great month. And thank you all for taking the time to join us. Tracy, was there anything else that we needed to say? We're all good? Okay. Well, good night, ladies, and we'll see you back here next Monday.